Hello and welcome. This is Kara in Boston, and I am coming to you live at 5 o'clock to chat a little bit about my job situation. And I'm really hoping that there's some people who are going to come on here and give me some help. I'm in an unusual situation, and I'm not quite sure to make of it. So I'm gonna like kind of give you the overall gist of of what's going on, and then maybe you guys can help me. I've never really been in this type of situation before, so I'm slightly confused. And first and foremost, I just want to say that I'm very grateful to have a job right now. I appreciate the company that is employing me. So this is not a direct hit on this company or its employees or anything. I think there's just been a little bit of communication in the process. And so I'm not sure. It's also I appreciate the agency that has placed me in this company. I'm so sorry. I'm getting all the alerts right now. Um because somebody isn't getting online. So I just want to put that out there right now that I am not this is not a dig into any of that. I am just having some confusion and I am doing my best to figure it out. So, all right. I was going to try to give people a couple of minutes to get the live notification. Hopefully, I'm going to actually get on right now and just let everybody on Twitter know that I am live right now. Live now. I need help. I need some advice. Um, So hopefully, if not, if you're getting this on the replay, please just throw in the comments what you think is going on and what your suggestion is. So, okay, let me see if I can. I'm trying to be as linear as possible and give you kind of what's gone on. Okay, so about a month ago, I got an offer to go in and work a temp to perm position. I have been contracted like this once before through a company that found me and said, "Hey, they need an office manager or an office assistant at the time. You know, would you be interested?" Now, with that situation, I'm going to say that I did go in and do an initial interview with the who was the woman who became my boss and the finance person who I was working with, and they did say, "Yes, okay, please come and work." And I worked as a contract through this agency for a certain amount of months. I think it ended up being 4 months total, but at like 2 months, they were like, "Yes, we definitely want to keep you. We think you're great. We want to hire you on." However, because of the way the contract works and how much money we have to pay this agency who placed you with us, we're going to have to wait until like 4 months because that's when there's like an even out of the money, I guess, between what they have to pay them to get me off their payroll, like to cut ties with the company that placed me versus how much they're paying out to me or how much they would pay out. So that was fine. So I said, "Great, yes, I accept the position. I would love to stay." And then that's what happened. They bought out my contract, and then I just stayed on as a permanent employee for that company. So that's the one and only real, situation I've had or experience I've had with this kind of situation. So, as some of you know, if you're new here, hi, I'm Kara in Boston. If you're not new, thanks for coming back. Please don't forget, if you have not already subscribed, please do so. I appreciate that. I'm almost 125 people are here to listen to what I have to say, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much. So, okay, so this I lost I had left what I considered to be a bad working situation at my old company. So I had loved it. I loved it. Something happened. Things changed. I won't get into too much, but I left it. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get unemployment. By the way, those of you following that story, I did finally get an email this week that I have a hearing in April to discuss my unemployment. And I'm like, okay. I don't even know if I can still get the unemployment from those months. I'm confused. So anyway, ADHD. So what happened is I got an offer through an agency I've been working with. They said, "Hey, we have a job. They need somebody immediately." Like it was Tuesday because Monday was a holiday. They're like, "Can you just come in Tuesday? We'll put you in there. Here's what they're offering. It's a temp to perm 6-month contract." And I said, "Sure. Just I need something. Just throw me in there. I got to get back to like getting up in the morning." And I'd been getting you get very compliant, especially like over COVID, if you were where I was working, but getting up every morning, getting out of the house, it was a lot to kind of get back to after being home for like 2 years. So I didn't want to do that again. So after 4 months, I was like, yes, please get me out of this house, get me back into an office. Great. So I start on Tuesday, which was in fact my birthday, and I get there and I meet the person who I was going to be working under. Got a quick 20-minute like, hey, I don't really want to deal with this job, so here you go. And that was it. And I really never saw her again. Let's just say she's just been working from home ever since, which is fine. But I don't think she's my boss anymore. So here's part of the problem. Okay, so follow me. Here we go. So I started this company on the 21st. And it's kind of slow, but it's fine. The place is a little bit of a mess. So I start, organizing closets and cleaning up things. There's not really anybody in the office. The 3, 4 people tops. Beautiful office, full floor, top floor, beautiful roof deck. Downstairs is the kitchen. I mean, it's a lovely space, right? Everybody's really nice who I've met, and so I was having, enjoying that aspect of it. And the first week, I'm cleaning out the cabinets, I'm reorganizing the shelves, I'm just like kind of finding things to do, and they're like, okay, this is great. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm meeting up with the girl in Ireland who does the job at Galway, and so she's kind of like helping me out, and things are okay for the first week. It's just the first week, right? So then the next week, I'm like, they knew going in that I was going to be leaving on Wednesday for Orlando. So I came in Monday, Tuesday. I came in Wednesday for half the day, and then I flew out to Orlando. So everything was fine. In that time, I was making arrangements for all of the food orders for the next week because we were going to have a big group of people coming in the next week, ordering breakfast and lunches all week long. Got half of that set up, and I said I was going to wait until I kind of got the vibe of everybody in the office, see if there was any changes, see if they decided they wanted to go out to eat or anything like that. So that was fine. Came back Monday, the next week, super tired, but it was fine. Great busy week. I worked 9-10 hour days, and so it was fine. Everybody who came to the office was fine. It was lovely. I had a lot of work to do. It was just, keeping busy, doing some stuff. And then I find out that the person who was my boss, who I met that first day, I guess was kind of washing her hands of the position she didn't want to be. She just had too much on her plate. She didn't want to be in charge. And I had kind of been told that this job would eventually report to finance, which is fine. But I had not yet been kind of told anything. And so then the girl in Ireland was then on vacation. So I apologize. The first week I was there, she went on vacation. So she was available the Tuesday, I think maybe, and the Wednesday that I was physically in the office the first week, but then she was gone like Thursday and Friday. So she's out quite a bit with days off. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Still, again, I'm so sorry, not having a lot of direction with the job, but having done this before, ordering a couple things for the office, some food. There's not a lot of food. There's not a lot of people in the office, so there's not as much of that to be done. And so I'm like, okay, fine. So circle back to last week. So my friend from my old job, my old company left. So I was on LinkedIn, and I noticed that they had flown the job for the one that I was working. So I saw it posted on LinkedIn, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." I mean, I know that some companies, they were required to post jobs internally and externally for compliance purposes. So I'm like, okay, but nobody had talked to me about like, "Hey, are you interested in staying?" or anything. So I'm like, oh, are they unhappy with the job I'm doing? Like, I'm confused because like literally nobody's been around, and I don't know how they could be unhappy. But I mean, it's possible. I don't know that I wasn't being more proactive. But again, I don't know who anybody is. I haven't been introduced to anybody. Everybody's totally remote for the most part. So I haven't, like, I don't know even who to go to because I don't know who my boss is right now. So again, here's the confusion. So if you're still with me, I appreciate it. I'm going to take just a real quick drink. Woo, it's been 10 minutes of me chatting. I apologize. Okay. So I see the job flown. And I email the person who's on LinkedIn as the recruiter, and I say, "Hey, out of curiosity, how quickly are you looking to fill this position?" And she's like, "Oh, as quickly as possible when we get the right candidate." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I appreciate the information." And I said, "Well, I'm currently in a temp to perm position. Do I need to officially apply for the job, or am I just under consideration because I'm here?" And I think it was my bad. This was an internal email. So I'm not sure if I had the signature on or not, but I think she was confused by who I was. So she was like, eventually she got back to me and she said, like, "Oh yeah, sure, go ahead and either apply on LinkedIn or send me your resume, but you should let Marianne know for full transparency that you're applying." And I'm thinking, okay, A, I don't think Marianne is my boss anymore, and B, I'm already in the job. So I think maybe this person who's doing the recruiting doesn't know I'm in the job. And so she thought I was looking to switch internally to another position. So that's, I think, where confusion one came, right? So then I end up calling and emailing the person who placed me in the job. And I said, "Hey, out of curiosity, are they unhappy with my current work? Are they not considering me for the job?" Like, and that's fine. I mean, but I just wanted to know because I was confused. So I don't hear anything back from her. So then I ask the girl in Ireland, she's back off vacation. And so I ask her, I say, "Hey, out of curiosity, they have flown the position." And I apologize when I use the word flown the position, that's the term I use. She didn't seem to understand what that meant, and neither did people didn't understand what that meant. So I said, "Okay, she posted the position." I said, "Do I apply? Do I have to apply? Do I apply through you? Through the company? Do I apply through the person who's sent me?" And she's like, "I don't know how it works there." And I said, "Okay." And then she comes back to me later and she goes, "Well, you're in a 6-week contract. And so you're done on the 31st, but we're trying to put in for an extension to keep you through April." And I said, "Oh, I'm confused because the paperwork I signed and everything I saw, it was a 6-month contract." I probably wouldn't have taken a 6-week contract because it's just not. I mean, 6 weeks to me is I'm not going to get medical, and it seemed counterproductive. So I was like, "I'm confused." So she goes, "I'll find out what's going on." So now, I tell Marianne, I said, "Hey, Marianne, I'm going to apply for the job," and she's like, "Oh, I didn't know they posted it. Great, okay," but she's kind of washing her hands. So now I don't know who my boss actually is. So now I'm in the problem of one, the job is now live on several places. They're showing, like, I think on LinkedIn it's showing 88 people have applied. Like, so they have a huge group of candidates, which is fine. I don't care. I mean, I don't know that I want the job, but I feel weird that they're not coming to me and saying, "Hey, we have posted the position. Are you interested in staying? We want to talk to you about it. Here's the offerings." You know, oh, what I feel like we were watching you from my husband's again. Oh, hi, hello. I thought you said something about my accent and I wasn't reading it correct. 6 weeks. Yes, I don't have the paperwork. I have to look back on it because I think I did it on my work computer, but I do have the emails that stated when she sent me the job offer or the job opportunity that it does say 6 months. So I don't know if I don't know if the company I'm working for misunderstood the 6 weeks versus 6 months, or if the placement company saw 6 weeks and told me six and thought it was 6 months because that would be a weird situation. I don't know. So now here's the problem. I'm in a job and I've been there a month now and I'm bored to tears. There's nothing going on there. The office is very slow. I don't think they're using me to my full capabilities. There's nothing for me to do. I don't know if there will be more down the line if it's just slow right now because there was that busy week. But I just don't feel like this company is going to offer me anything growth wise, and I'm lonely at the. I mean, it's a beautiful office, but I'm literally around myself all day, and I feel like I'm not going to have any growth opportunities. I'm not learning anything. I'm not like there's. I'm going to walk away from that job, let's say in a year, and have like nothing to have gained. Which my other jobs I had, I had learning opportunities and different software and different programs and different things I did. And also, there seems to be a disconnect. I don't have any autonomy there. I don't have a card to order on, which again, I'm a contractor, so I get it. But like, I don't have a budget. I don't have any information at all. So I'm very, very confused about what the job is. I feel like this job is really a receptionist. They just need a receptionist. They don't need an office manager, at least right now, unless they're going to force everybody back into the office, which they probably won't. So I'm on the job market. I'm looking again. I'm interviewing again. But and also I feel like I want to work for them anymore, because they haven't reached out to me at all to say, hey, we posted the position. Are you interested in staying? Please submit your application. I have sent in my resume to the recruiter. She has not gotten back to me at all. Like, let's set up an interview, or, oh, I understand, because I did email her back and say, maybe you've misunderstood. I'm actually working this job right now and you're posting to fill it, but I'm here and I need to know how much longer I'm going to be here, because if you find somebody in 2 weeks and put them in my job, I don't know that. Like, I think I'm here for six months. Now, I did finally get back to the girl who placed me, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, they have extended you out another month." And I'm like, "Well, that's great, but you told me it was a 6-month contracted position, so now who's wrong?" I mean, there's nothing to recoup here. It's not like I'm out anything, but it does feel very weird. And also, I don't know if they want me or if I want them. Like, I don't know what the job offer is. Like, I don't know how much they're going to be paying annually. I don't know what their benefits are, because nothing's been very forthcoming. And I don't know who to talk to, because I don't know who my boss is, because it's not this woman anymore. And if it's the girl who's in Ireland, she's now on vacation again till Tuesday, and then every Monday, and then like a week in April. So she's not really readily available. And she keeps telling me, I don't know how things work in the States. Cause I was like, well, what about this? She goes, well, I don't know how things work there. So she's not able to help me. Like, she might want to help me, but she's not able to help me. So that's it. I spent all day in the office today with nothing to do other than scan some email and work on it. I'm bored. So at this point, I don't know. I don't like the job as it is right now. Two, I don't know that I would want to stay based on the fact that they have flown the job position and not come to me and talk to me about it. Like, do you want to stay? Let's have an interview. Like, that has not been discussed, and the job has been out for a week now. So I kind of thought, if they were going to post the job, they were going to say, hey, we have to post the job legally. We know you're in the position. You've been doing a great job for a month. Are you interested in staying? Here's the offer. Or, hey, we see you're here, but we don't like you. We don't want you. I don't know. It's so confusing. So, that's where I'm at. I'm obviously going to stay until I'm either get another job, or if they, I guess, fill the position. I I feel weird fighting for the job, because I don't really want it, but I need something, because I'm really stressing out here about money and taking care of myself, and my rent's going to go up. And but is it weird to not to go into a contracted temp to perm position and not be at least consulted about the job, either prior or as it's being flown, and say, hey, we're interested in having you, or we're not. Like, I feel it's weird that nobody's talked to me, and I don't know who to talk to, because I don't know who's in charge of me anymore. So, and if it's this girl Kat, she doesn't have any clue how it works. So if she's the one who's signing off on my hours, but she's in Ireland and doesn't really understand. So I'm confused. Hey, Shelly. Paperwork confirmed that but even if it is 6 months, it's a 6-month term, as in it could last 6 months. So I guess I don't think the contract is you're definitely working 6 months. I think it's a temp to perm. We're giving you a 6-month, like, to decide if we want to keep you, is kind of what I had done in the past. So I don't know if you heard before. I had a contracted position before, but I had a pre-interview with the company, And then I started my contract position, and then they purchased my contract from the placement company after like 4 months. So I was also there on a 6-month contract, but they bought me out before the end of the contract, which is what I thought that this was. So I thought it was like a temp to perm, 6-month contract. They have the option to buy you out at really any time. But I also believe that that means that I am an at will employee, obviously, so they could also fill the position and let me go. But I would, having not been in that position before, because last time they hired me, I don't know if they don't want me, or if the girl who just doesn't even know somebody's in the job, or like, I don't think there's any communication. And she's in Colombia. The the recruiter's in Colombia. The girl who I'm working with is in Ireland. I'm here in Boston. I think the guy who is technically taking over as the supervisor for this role is also in Boston, but he's not talked to me, and I haven't reached out to him because I don't know if it's him. I don't know what to do. And now I'm like, well, screw it. Like, I don't even care about the job now. Now I'm getting pissy because I'm like, oh, fine. They don't want me. They haven't even reached out to me. So now I'm being all like angry, which might not be the case, but nobody seems to have any answers for me. So I don't know what to do. But on that note, I had a second interview today, and she's going to put me forward for that job. And I have a second interview on Monday with another company. So, and both of them are probably going to pay more than the job I'm in now. So I feel like at least I'll know I'm working for them. And I really need a full-time job because I need to get my health benefits back. My inhaler is like out, and it's stressing me that I don't have insurance right now. I'll have to pay out of pocket if they'll even give me an inhaler at this point, because I can't get insurance through my agency until I've been contracted for 90 days. And at this rate, I don't even have 90 days with this company. So like, that would have been good to know, because again, had I thought it was a 6-week contract, I probably would have said no, because I need medical. So I need at least someplace I'm going to be in for 90 days so I can get medical. So, okay, that's it. I'm sorry, my cat fell asleep. I thought he was going to make an appearance, and that's all I've got going on today. So, that was a lot. I appreciate you guys being here. If you missed it and you want to go back and listen, if you want to, because I was ranting for 20 minutes now, and then kind of let me know like what you think I should do. Should I just like, should I just forget this job? Like, even if they offered it to me, should I be like, clearly they don't have their shit together, and you should just cut ties? Or should, I mean, I might not get one of these other 2 jobs, in which case I need something. And this place is paying me pretty well to really sort mail right now. But, and then again, I'm not fulfilled. Do I take a lesser job because I want to do stuff with people? I don't know. Anyway, that's it. On a side note, I am actually headed to Cleveland next weekend. I know, odd. I used my points, so I paid $11 for my flight. I'm going to go out and work the Cleveland Fan Expo. Hey, it's $13 an hour, but that's money in my pocket, so that's something. And I do miss conventions, so I will be out in the Cleveland area. For anybody who's there, come by and see me. I don't have a job assignment yet, other than I am a floater, so I could be anywhere. That is it. I will keep you updated on the situation. So again, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget to give me some advice, because I don't know what to do. And I'll let you know how the job's going. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shelly. I'm so excited to see you here, and I'm so glad that you're well. So that's great. And I'll see you next time. Bye.